Hello everyone and welcome to my Unit 10 screencast. My name is Genevieve and I currently live in Buffalo, Alaska. My observation site is located at 60.77 degrees north and negative 161.86 degrees west. My observations were taken between March 21st through March 25th between 6 and 7 p.m. Starting off with air temperature, here's a graph of the NWS data compared to my records. The highest temperature I recorded for this week was 23.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lowest was about negative 5.9 degrees Fahrenheit. According to National Weather Service's data, the temperature throughout the week was continuously increasing and decreasing as the hours of the day go by. Around the time I took my observation, which was towards the end of the day, between 6 and 7 p.m., seemed to be when temperatures were at their warmest, and the coldest times of the days were between the early morning hours of 4 and 7. I'm really happy that my records, although they're a little bit off, seem to somewhat go with the data and kind of match, and I was really happy about that. Down below we have a graph measuring our barometric pressure. I try to set my barometer at sea level pressure to try to get a more accurate reading. On the first day I recorded the pressure being at 1,016 millibars. By Thursday the pressure had slightly increased, with the max pressure for the week being at 1,019 millibars. By Saturday, the pressure had dropped to about 1,006 millibars, making it the lowest pressure recording of the week according to my observations. I can see that my first and last day of pressure reading are off about 5 millibars. Possibly could be due to inaccurate readings. So day 1 was on March 21st, 2017. On the map, Bethel is right here where the yellow dot's at, so you know where we are. Observation temperature was at 14 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Maximum temperature for that day was about 22, and with a minimum negative 6 degrees Fahrenheit. The sky was clear that day with no clouds. The wind's Beaufort number was a 3 that day, with winds at 9 miles per hour coming in from the north. Looking at the weather map, we can see the interior and northern parts of Alaska were experiencing a wide area of high pressure between 1,027 to 1,029 millibars. Isobars are more spread out, indicating calmer winds. In the direction of the southeast, near the Gulf of Alaska, we see some low pressure systems, and the stationary front here with warm fronts heading towards the northwest and cold front headed towards the southeast. On Wednesday, March 22nd, around 6 p.m., my observation temperature was at 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Maximum temperature that day was about 23 degrees and a minimum of negative 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Like yesterday, clear skies with no clouds. The winds continued to come from the north. The high pressure system in the interior northern part of Alaska continue as the low pressure continues to remain south of the Gulf of Alaska. Thursday, March 23rd, it was 21 degrees Fahrenheit when I checked my recordings. Maximum temperature for that day was 22 degrees Fahrenheit, with a minimum being negative 4 degrees. Sky, wind, and precipitation status remained the same as the days before, with a Beaufort number of 3. Again, no clouds, clear skies. Weather map shows a high pressure system still kind of taking over most of Alaska. And there are some low pressure systems over here towards the southeast of Bethel in the Gulf of Alaska. Friday, March 24th. This was the day I saw a couple of changes in the weather. By starting off, the observation temperature was about 21 degrees Fahrenheit. maximum being 22, minimum being at least 0 degrees. Winds continued from the north-northwest with a slight increased speed of about 13 to 14 miles per hour with a Beaufort number of 4 that day. There was about 5% of cloud coverage with very few high cirrus clouds in the sky. They were thin and small in size. The weather map shows that Bethel is near closer isobars, which could explain the stronger winds. The dark clouds, or the dark gray areas here indicate some types of clouds. And that day, on the 24th, there was a drop in pressure, which was due most likely to the high pressure system moving further away from Bethel. Saturday, March 25th, observation temperature was at most 22 degrees Fahrenheit, maximum being about 23, the minimum being 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Beaufort number increased just a bit again with a score of 5. Winds continued from the north, this time at about 20 miles per hour. This day it felt a little colder, probably due to the increased wind speed. However, the sky again was very clear with no clouds to be found. High pressure still remained, however, it dropped down to the lowest of the week, which means the high pressure system continued to move north. The low pressure system seems to somewhat be staying near this area, near the Gulf and Canada. And by going over the days, we can see that there was that increase in the drop in pressure, and that the temperatures during the week slightly increased, indicating a lot more sunlight coming in, probably warming up the earth, and most likely due to the increase in daylight, since the days are getting longer, which would most likely, I believe, be radiational cooling is what is going on there. I'm using this map in GOES images from Thursday, March 23rd. This was the day that there was a pretty high pressure in Bethel, and with using the visible radar, we can see that the brighter colors, brighter whites actually indicate cloud coverage, while the darker colors indicate little to no cloud coverage. Using the infrared weather map, the area that Bethel is located in is indicated as low and warm. However, because it's dark in color, it's not showing any signs of precipitation. The water vapor graph shows that as well. The area where Bethel is at has kind of like a grayish color, and that usually indicates a lack of moisture. Now, before I go, there are 2 more things I need to cover. One is about persistence forecasting. Pretty much as I went throughout the week, not a lot changed, very slight if anything, but there was a slight increase in temperature throughout the week. On Monday, our 3-day persistence forecast would predict a Thursday average temperature of about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and a 5-day persistence forecast for Saturday for an average temperature of 11.5 degrees. And when I compared my findings with the NWS data, they are very close in comparison, or I should say weekly accurate. As for climatology, based on a 30-year coverage temperature for the 4th week of March in Bethel is about 17 degrees Fahrenheit, and it seems to be accurate. It does seem around this time to be a little bit more warmer as winter leaves and spring comes in. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.